Where to start? Um, I guess I'll start with the Golovkin news from 2014 that I didn't know about. So I'll just read some quotes for you, since you probably don't have it up. Um, so it says in this Ring TV article, Loeffler said that Golovkin would have no problem fighting at a catchweight against Alvarez, who fought Lara in a 155-pound bout. And he's quoted saying, "We've always said that if there's Gennady would move up or down, and we've talked about moving up to 168 for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. because that would be a pay-per-view fight, and if it's Canelo, then I'm sure that we could work out a catch weight if you wanted to work out a catch weight. You just said, and if it's in his best interest." What the fuck happened? I heard a noise. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, that's basically what he said. He would, you know, okay with him going up or down. I never knew he said that,
I
and that kind
honestly
of
get lost. Oh my bad, go ahead.
what?
Oh my bad, go ahead.
No, just saying like that kind of changes, just everything. I mean, he did say 154 to 168, but then this is actually even more detailed. Like, oh, we go down for a Canelo fight. So then it's like, what's the problem? What changed?
Right.
Both sides are just full of shit. Now, if you said you would go down, you're willing to go down, and then it's time to negotiate and all that, and you're talking about you don't want to. Now I'm like, damn, you didn't really want the fight.
Yeah. Like I've lost track with with every stance that Team Golovkin has taken because it's just one week where we'll hear, "Oh, I'm willing to go to 168." Oh, I'll go to 168 to fight Chavez Jr. or to fight Carl Froch or yeah, we want to fight Andre Ward. Then the next moment it's the 164 catch weight that was never offered and then put on the table again. It's just so many different. Like Abel Sanchez is like a walking contradiction, and like there's plenty of interviews, plenty of quotes that reference that, but it's just no one ever really calls him out on that. On that, same thing with Triple G. It's because he gets knockouts no matter who he's facing, even though the opposition is limited and people like him, they don't criticize him. And yeah, and like you said, it's bullshit. Both guys are bullshitting. Canelo's bullshitting. Golovkin's bullshitting.
Yeah,
But even though they're both bullshitting, that boy Canelo, at the end of the day, he is the A side. So I mean,
yeah,
he kind of
for
has that
sure.
leverage where he can dictate terms, and if based on the quote you read from an article back in 2014, Golovkin should have no problem taking the fight at whatever catch weight Canelo wants to. And even if those quotes didn't exist, he shouldn't have no problem anyways, because we all know he's trying to get those big fights. That's why he called out Mayweather, who's two divisions below him. That's why he called out Miguel Cotto, and that's why he wants to fight Canelo because those are the three big names that have been affiliated with his name. And when that's the case, and we've seen it in history. The B side has to make the sacrifice to get in the ring with the A side, and if they can beat the A side, that's only going to help their career. That's only going to add some add some shine to their star.
Yeah,
Floyd didn't become the A side and one of the biggest draws, if not the biggest boxing draw of all time, overnight. I mean, he had to pay his dues, and he eventually got Gotti, and eventually had Judah, and then he hit the jackpot with De La Hoya, and then we see what we did from there. So Golovkin has to keep that in mind with Canelo. especially being
Yeah.
as he's getting old.
There's some more quotes in the article that I didn't read, and it gets even more detailed. So if anyone hears this and they're like, well, you know, he didn't say Canelo or something. Nah, it says in the article. This is what he said. There wouldn't be any issues for us to come down to fight Canelo. There would still be a title on the line for Gennady because he would be fighting under 160. So he would be able to defend the titles at 156 or whatever you have the weight be. But Gennady would be willing to come down and wait to fight Canelo. I wouldn't say it would be at 154, but certainly given that Canelo fought his last fight at 155, then you could say that Gennady would be willing to come down and wait to make the Canelo fight.
Yeah, well, there you have it.
Damn.
There you have it.
I never knew he said this. They said that, and so I was always like, obviously, I was like, Canelo's A side. That's that big fight that you need for your career. That's like Floyd when he fought Oscar, right?
Right.
You got to make sacrifices. So, you know, I understood it. I understood both sides. Like Golovkin, I'm middleweight. I'm the middleweight champ, and I'm the mandatory. So why should I be having to go down and all that? But it's just your team. Like y'all said this shit, and now it's like, damn, for real.
Yeah, he got caught out on his shit, and you know why I think Canelo especially is trying to make Gennady abide to that is because the same shit happened to him and Floyd when I believe it was Canelo's people said they'd be willing to go to 151 or 152 to get Floyd.
Yeah.
And Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd's people pretty much called him out on that shit, and as we know, we saw the fight at a catchweight. So,
yeah.
Aside from getting schooled, for 12 rounds in that ring by Mayweather, Canelo, it appears he picked up some business sense as well.
Mm-hmm. So yes, this one news article I had to bring up because I was just like, wow. And then now we have, since we're on Golovkin, the WBA ordered Golovkin versus Jacobs, and they're saying that they're not even okaying the Golovkin Brook fight. They're not allowing him to put their title on the line for that fight. So they're saying, regardless of the outcome, he's gonna have to fight Jacobs after, or right after the fight, he's gonna have to start negotiating for that fight. And that's a, I don't know. It's funny just because just all the trash talking there, just the shit that people have been saying. Like Jacobs is scared and he's ducking, and and it's like, we talked about this earlier where Golovkin is a super champion for WBA. He has the so-called real championship belt or title, and Jacobs has the regular title. So Golovkin is saying he wants all the titles. He wants to be undisputed. Well, regular title wouldn't do that for him. He already has that title.
Right.
So there was no point for him to make that fight. So it would I just thought it was funny that people were talking about Jacobs is ducking and, well, how come he doesn't fight Golovkin? It's like, well, Golovkin doesn't even want that fight right now, so it didn't make sense. Jacobs is not a large draw. He's not Canelo or anything,
Right.
Because how they're thinking now. Oh, we've heard Abel Sanchez and Tom Loeffler. So I'm just using what they're saying. Yeah, and people were saying that he was asking for too much money which I don't know how they would know that because they're not Tom Loeffler. They're not uh, Golovkin's camp to know. But everyone's a promoter these days, right? Everyone knows how much money is being put up and all that, right?
Yeah, everyone's a
We're,
promoter.
we
Everyone,
stay counting people's pockets.
everyone's an accountant.
Hmm. So, but yeah, like if this fight is made, then that kind of, you know, that's a
It's a good fight.
kick in the face to some people.
It's a kick in the face, and at the end of the day, boxing fans should be rejoicing because I mean the battle of the WBA title, as you mentioned, is kind of like pointless. You got a super champion and a regular champion, like whatever. But I mean, that would be the first time, arguably, we see Golovkin in there with a top five middleweight or a top three middleweight.
Yeah,
I mean, we all know Danny Jacobs doesn't have the most durable chin out there. Um,
true.
but
But he has a notable win. He has that Peter Quillen victory.
he has that.
Whereas some of the other dudes that Golovkin fought, they didn't have any notable wins. You had Lemieux, his biggest win was probably Indom, and
Right.
if people want to rep that victory as being a huge victory, well, majority of hardcore boxing fans didn't even see that fight.
Right.
I know the casuals didn't because that shit was on Fox Sports 2.
Yep.
Um, and then it was hard to even find replays for it. So I mean, there's people to this day that haven't seen that fight.
People don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I mean, this dude. I mean, Endom. I like his skill set and everything, but this dude went to the Olympics. He was fighting Olympics, and nigga lost.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, I know, yes, Olympics, but damn, bruh. Come on now. I mean, you done fought the Dave Lemieux and Peter Quillen and some of these top dudes in the middleweight division, and you sitting there going against a Brazilian cat nobody knows, and he in there,
Whooping your ass.
uh, yeah. So it's like it's a bad look, man, and um, yeah, man. So I mean, Jacobs, he has Quillen, and
He's fast.
I mean Golovkin, yeah, he's fast, he has the speed, he has the power, slick. So this is the first time that we've seen Golovkin in there with someone that's slick. This will be the first time that it and is his size and is a true middleweight.
Yep. And
Because some people say, well, "What about Kell Brook?" And I say, "Well, Kell Brook's not a middleweight though."
he's a welterweight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I mean, two things on that. Even though there's a question mark regarding Danny Jacobs' chin, this man beat cancer, and
yeah,
it's not just a feel good story, but that's like some real shit. Like this man like stared death in the eyes and like overcame that shit. So it's like that man's heart is tremendous. Like I can't see him. You know, there's a lot of fighters that whenever they face Golovkin, they're already defeated before they step into the ring because they feel like they're going to lose. They're afraid of his power or whatever. Um, I think it's obvious to me. There's nothing that really scares Danny Jacobs. I mean, he's from Brownsville, Brooklyn, for one, and we all know that ain't no
yeah.
joke. And this man beat cancer. So I mean, I don't think a hard punching fighter is going to scare him.
Nah,
So I mean, that'll be a good fight, and that also says a lot about Golovkin. The fact that just how we mentioned Kell Brook a few minutes ago. This is like arguably the best opposition he's fighting, and this is like a welterweight moving up who really isn't proven. I mean, he has a solid win over Sean Porter, which was a hard fight, but I mean that's your best fight. That's arguably the best mark on your resume, and you're supposed to be this great fighter.
yeah, exactly. And it's To me, it's a bad sign if I ask a fan or anybody, I'm like, give me his top 3 wins on his resume, and you can't name any. You just say Shawn Porter. Whereas even someone that's like Keith Thurman, I could ask somebody about Keith Thurman. Tell me who he's beat. Well, he beat Robert the Ghost Guerrero, who fought Floyd. He beat Shawn Porter. And they could probably name a couple others, Diaz, and there's dudes that are known. They might not be the best, competition, but they're known. Brooke is like, I know I could just because I watch. You know what I'm saying? I really pay attention. I'm like, okay, all this hype about him. Let me see what he's about. And then I see him against these dudes that aren't good. So I mean, like Kevin Bizier and JoJo Dan, and I mean, these are dudes that no one is saying they're good fighters, but people get hyped off. Oh, he knocked out JoJo Dan and Kevin Bizier. Okay. Rob Guerrero could probably beat them too.
I'm not gonna front. I don't know who the fuck JoJo Dan is. Like, like I've heard of the name, but I'm not too familiar with him, and that's it's not me trying. Like I follow boxing. I'm pretty astute when it comes to this, but I've never heard of him.
See what I mean?
Like him and Golovkin, a few other guys. I mean, they're fighting these hidden, Mortal Kombat characters no one's never heard of. And like that's a shame.
Yeah. And then you have Brooke. He's fought like Matthew Hatton, Ricky Hatton's brother.
Yep. And he's trash.
Yeah. Carson Jones twice. And I watched the first fight a couple of days ago just to refresh my mind, and just off that fight, I'm like, man, if he goes in there and tries to fight Golovkin like he did Carson Jones, he'll be in trouble.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have some big.
He doesn't know how to. In that fight, he didn't know how to slow down the pace. Floyd, who can slow it down and stop your output, you know what I'm saying? And make it an easy fight.
Right.
With Carson Jones. And Carson Jones he's not skilled like that. Do it. So Kell Brook had to throw all these punches and throw all these punches. So by the time 11th, 12th round, now you in a life and death fight.
Yep.
Because you used up all this energy. Now you're bleeding. He's hitting you with cleaner shots now. Where you should have been breaking this dude down. He should be done 10th, 11th, 12th. You should be going for a KO. KOing you.
In your hometown.
Yeah. So something that I'm like, I'm hoping that I've seen it. Bizier and JoJo Dan. It's hard to compare. It's hard to see if he's gotten better. Even a Shawn Porter, when he fought Shawn Porter, it's hard to see because even that fight was different. Shawn Porter is different from Carson Jones. Kell Brook did a lot of holding in that fight. So it's hard to even compare, if he's gotten better. But all I know is that Golovkin's going to be so physically strong in there.
Yeah.
And look, his punching power, and his accuracy,
skill set.
His defense coming forward. That's the thing. There's I think I posted on BX where he was breaking down Golovkin and Kell Brook's skills, what they do best and what they need to do to win, right? And he had that video where Kell Brook, I guess, got lazy and got caught. You know what I'm saying? He's straight up and down, and the dude he's fighting changed levels, went down, right, and came up with a right and got him right in the chin clean and knocked him down. Put him on his back, I think. Yeah, Kell Brook got up and supposedly TKO'd that dude later on, but still, it's like the way that it was looking like, the certain things that dude was able to do on him, that's what Golovkin does best. Golovkin loves to change levels and show you different looks and shit. He loves to slip, make you. He loves to slip your jab and come over with his counter. So Kell Brook cannot throw a lazy jab out there and fall asleep and then get clocked in his chin, because you cannot take no clean shots. You can take a clean shot from a Sean Porter at 147. But going up in weight, you gonna take a clean one from Golovkin? Shit.
Yeah, you might fly that pillow in the ring because you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
And Golovkin, he has like an awkward way of throwing his overhand right, where it gets a lot of torque, but it comes from a weird angle. So I mean, it's hard to prepare for that kind of an angle shot that he's throwing. And as you mentioned, he likes to counter that lazy jab, and like I don't. Yeah, it pretty much comes down to Kell Brook. To me, doesn't have the style that he would have to have in order to be successful. Like he I don't want to call him one dimensional, but he just doesn't have the versatility like an Andre Ward, who I feel is a guy that can beat Golovkin. And
the reason being because Andre Ward has elite defense.
Yeah.
Right? And he can also he can come forward, he can, fight you in the middle of the ring. He can do everything.
He doesn't
waste.
He has
a really balanced game.
Yep. Doesn't waste motion at all. Like he's very economical.
Yep. Whereas Kell Brook, I don't know if he can move like that, move well enough to avoid a Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? And throw his counter shots in there, stick and move, all that type of shit. I don't know if he can do that. What do you call them? Check hooks and shit.
Right.
He's gonna need that. He's gonna need the jab to the body.
Well, a lot also is gonna be on the mental state of mind of Kell Brook. Like he can't afford to, well, actually both fighters. I mean, he really can't afford to make mistakes. Because if you make a mistake against Golovkin, who has a proven track record to have great power, more than likely you're going to go to sleep, especially if you're a welterweight moving up to middleweight. I don't care how big you are walking around weight, or 30-day weigh-in period or a 10-day weigh-in period. I don't care if you're bigger. There's a difference between, being bigger when you're not training and then actually fighting at a higher weight. But yeah, Brook really cannot afford to make any mistakes. So I'm curious to see like his mind state, like when he's in the ring. Like, is he gonna be tight and wound up, and is the pressure gonna get to him, or he's gonna just eventually break down because his gears are wired too tight, or will he be loose and kind of let the fight come to him, and be able to seize control. And I think the same question can actually be asked for Golovkin, because he's expected to win, and he should win. But that'll be funny if or his state of mind might change if Golovkin not Golovkin, but if Kell Brook comes out guns blazing and brings the fight to him, and I don't know, dare we say stuns him in the first round with a good shot, or punches a little bit harder than expected, or is a little bit better or faster than expected. Like, will Golovkin panic and fight differently? I don't think so, but that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. And see, that's one thing that we gotta see how Kell Brook comes out, because really, I'm not a trainer, honestly. I would like to see him Golovkin. say, you know what, this is my only way I'm gonna win. Because I don't think he can outbox him like on his back foot. I really don't think so. That's not really his strength. He's really good standing his ground. Um, you know, using his strength, his body and dudes.
Right.
Um, so I would love to see him come out and just stand his ground, and then clinch if he needs to.
Well,
I'm not saying clinch him and take him, back him up to the ropes. I don't think he'll be able to do that against Golovkin, but at least clinch and then reset and then, you know, go right back at it. Because I think that's just the only way he can beat him. I don't think he can give up ground and win because Golovkin cuts off the ring so well. Where now it's, oh shit, I'm trapped, and then the pressure's on you. Now you might be, uh, just nervous, like you don't know what to do. You're like a fish out of water.
right. Yeah, he definitely he can't he has to get Golovkin's respect because if Golovkin doesn't respect you and he doesn't fear what's coming back at him, he's gonna like you said he's great at cutting off the ring. He's great at being the aggressor and setting his range, like being in control. And I think in order to beat Golovkin, you have to back him up and have to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, and this is kind of going to a different. Well, I'm still going to talk about Golovkin, but I'm not talking about Cole Brook anymore. I was just thinking like I would love to see Sean Porter versus Golovkin.
Oh shit! Well, that'd be interesting if he can.
Because I mean, he used to fight at middleweight
Yeah, I mean
when he was,
he's a big dude. I
yeah. And I'm just thinking about just their styles, where Golovkin likes to have his space. He loves to be able to stay on the outside and then throw shots. Right.
right.
Saw when he fought Willie Monroe, it was bothering him. Willie was getting close because then he couldn't get off like he wanted to. It was like he had no inside game. Um,
Same with Curtis Stevens. He caught him with a few.
yeah, yeah. So Sean Porter knows how to slip punches. He has a head movement and he gets inside pretty well. I would love to see that. And Sean Porter has a nice jab as well. Obviously, Golovkin has a nice jab. So I don't know. I would love to see that. If there was a welterweight moving up, I would want it to be Sean Porter.
Yeah,
I think he would be able to handle it than the others.
I wouldn't mind seeing it if he felt comfortable at 160. Like if he had a few fights and actually,
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
then yeah, definitely. I'd love to see that because, like you said, stylistically speaking, he would bother Golovkin and irritate him for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else. We have Fonfara and Peter Quillen. They're now training with Virgil Hunter.
Yeah, it's a big move. Smartest move you can make, training wise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Um, I don't know. We'll see what Virgil will be able to do to help them. Fonfara, I mean, he's coming off that KO loss where, ain't nobody knew who Joe Smith was. And he went there and slumped your
Man,
ass.
he beat the brakes off him.
Yeah.
And fun
In
part,
front of your own people, like, you know what I'm saying? All them people, I think it was Chicago, right?
yeah.
All them Polish people, they're there supporting you. There's probably 3-4 people there for Joe Smith. You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, and Funfara ain't no joke.
Nah. So I was surprised. Like, oh my god, that's a huge upset. And Virgil, he has a lot of work to do with him because I think Farah is just movement. He's straight up and down.
Yep.
I mean, that Nathan Cleverly fight he had. I mean, it was a hell of a fight, but it's like Jesus Christ, them niggas is just exchanging, just head in the same position. I eat uppercut, you eat uppercut.
Basically, who can take more punishment?
Yep. And you never know. That could have been the fight that start loosening up that chin.
Yep. Well, it's the thing with the news with Quinlan and Funfara going to Virgil, and I'm going to assume they'll be sparring with Andre Ward. I would love to see that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And not only just being under the tutelage of um, Virgil Hunter, but they say like, I know they mention it in MMA how there's like these different training camps where there's a collection of fighters that are just training together and helping each other get better, and it's not mentioned in boxing as much, but I think pretty much the same concept applies. Like you have so much talent, under one trainer, in one camp. It's only going to make the fighters better. It's a steel sharpening steel, so to speak. So, they're going to learn from Virgil Hunter, and then they're going to see a lot of the different things that Andre Ward does as well, like
Yeah.
how he prepares himself and how he takes care of his body and things of that nature. So, I think that's going to be really beneficial for both guys.
Mm-hmm. And for Virgil, it's like he has Ward, HBO fighter, and then he has Fonfara, who's gonna be on PBC. So, and they in the same division, right? So it's just I'm like, damn. He got Fonfara. He's always wanted that rematch with Stevenson.
Yep.
2 top 10 light heavyweights. One wants Stevenson. Ward probably wouldn't mind fighting Stevenson as well. Just kind of that history between Ward and Stevenson from Stevenson wanted to fight him, saying I'll go down to 168 and fight you, and then you have to come up to 175 in a rematch and fight me.
Mm-hmm.
And Ward didn't, he didn't want that. He didn't want that deal. So,
there's also the Chad Dawson connection.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Ward beat the brakes off of Dawson, softened him up, and then Stevenson went in and
With the nail.
yeah. And Dawson haven't been the same since.
Nah, sure hasn't. And it's funny.
I heard he was trying to come back, but he got injured in camp. He was supposed to fight on one of the PBC events.
Well, he ended up fighting. I can't think of his name. He ended up fighting this white dude. It might have been on Showtime, and he ended up losing the fight. Although I believe he injured his hand halfway through the fight.
Are you talking about right after, like Stevenson?
Yeah, it was like he had a big layoff and then he came back.
What? Say that again?
He had a layoff and then he came back.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I think that was the dude that Stevenson ended up KOing on Spike.
Yep, he did. So it's funny how all that works. All that goes up. These fighters are just passing each other around like a blunt or some shit.
Did we talk about Garcia, Danny Garcia?
Oh, yeah. You put me up on news. You hit me up to the game regarding he might not fight Berto anymore.
Yeah, they're saying that he might be fighting Felix Diaz.
Don't do it.
The Diaz who beat the shit out of what's his name? Sammy
Vasquez.
Yeah. Damn, bruh. Vasquez is my dude too. I mean, I don't know. I'm a boxing fan, so I like all these dudes. You know, I enjoy watching a lot of like everyone basically. But
It was a good ass
um,
fight.
yeah, yeah. Vasquez was supposed to fight, who was it? Oh, Collazo.
Mm.
He was supposed to fight Collazo, and then Collazo for some reason couldn't fight, and then Diaz got was a replacement. And when I saw Diaz, seeing him fight Lamont Peterson and just his history,
Yep.
Olympic gold medalist, all that, I was like, oh
Medal. Yep.
shit. I
Yep.
was like, Vasquez, you're not ready, bro. No, don't do it.
And he actually he got off to a pretty good start in that fight.
He did, but Diaz is smart fighter, made his adjustments, and just Diaz has that dog in him, man.
Mhm. He's hungry.
Yeah. And so him versus Danny Garcia,
Don't
oh
do it.
man,
Don't do it.
Guerrero
This is
Part
not
Two.
the. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And it's not to take a shot at Andre Berto, former champion, really good fighter, but I'd rather take that fight against him if I'm Danny.
Yeah.
Like if he makes that fight, if he ends up fighting Diaz, I'm gonna bet on Diaz.
Oh
Just
shit.
like that, he's just asking for an upset.
Yeah. Well, I know
But
I'll be watching, so oh man, I'm gonna be hyped for that.
it'll be a good fight, that's for sure. And the winner, what probably fights Keith Thurman.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Or Khan. I know Khan is.
He's still. I thought
That's
he.
another thing.
I thought he was still in a
We
coma.
haven't. What?
I thought he was still in a coma.
Hell nah. But yeah, I meant to talk about that as well, Khan, because he came out a couple days ago saying that he wants to have 3 fights in 2017, and first fight he wants it to be like a tune-up in the UK, and in the second fight he wants the Danny Garcia fight.
Oh, I don't think he should pursue that Danny Garcia fight. Like you might want to try and pick up what's left of Kell Brook after he gets destroyed by Golovkin.
He would get so much shit for that though. Oh, now you gonna fight him when
Yeah,
when he gets brutally stopped.
yeah,
But then again, it's like they both got brutally stopped.
yeah. Like Khan has been stopped so bad. It's a question of like, really, should he even be fighting anymore? Like
Yeah,
because that was nasty.
vicious.
Yeah.
And we all knew it was coming.
Oh yeah. I mean, got to give him props for. I mean, it was a money grab, but I mean, he took the fight and he boxed extremely well for the most part.
Yeah.
But shit, when's the last time Khan fought 3 times in a year?
I don't even know. It's been a while. I mean, ever since you've been chasing Floyd and Pacquiao, you've been taking breaks and shit.
Yep. So much that his current trainer questioned his dedication to the sport.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's true.
So I mean, yeah, that's cool to get a. I think he should get a fight at home, in front of his fans, and it'd be nice for him to get a little touch up, I guess. But I would not try and fight Danny Garcia again because he will be going to sleep again.
Yeah,
Did he say he
I think so as well. Huh?
did he say who else he wants to fight? Is a third name like Errol Spence or somebody?
Nah, he didn't say any other names. He just said Danny Garcia. Um, I mean, he was doing his thing for the first 2 rounds,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean that it was the whole thing was Danny just getting his timing right.
Yep.
We could see he was barely missing.
Yep. And he kept going to the
In
body
that
too.
third round, yep, the third round and that fourth round, it was done. It was a wrap. I think it was
I think
third
it's,
and fourth round.
and I think it's fair to say Danny's gotten much better since then.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And like Khan can box. Don't get me wrong. He has tremendous speed and everything, but like, has he improved? Yeah, actually, you know what? He has improved a little bit under, not a little bit. I think he's improved a lot under Virgil. I think he's more patient.
Yeah,
But like, has he improved enough where he can beat Danny? Like, I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so either.
He better try and fight like Robert Guerrero or somebody.
Hell yeah. I still can't go over that though. This dude really lost to a retired cab driver.
A cab driver. He lost to the guy
Damn.
that these are the type of guys that Julio Cesar Chavez was beating. When he was getting when he was counting up victories, beating cab drivers and shit. No disrespect to the legend, but I mean that is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Chavez is the best. Well, he fought a lot of cab drivers too. But
Yeah.
yes, yeah, that is a shame, man. This man lost to a retired cab driver. That's like losing to a nigga that works at Burger King or something.
Someone out there is probably gonna get mad if they hear this shit. That works at Burger King. What you trying to say, bro?
I got hands too. I do more than foot patties. But that might actually not be a bad fight.
Yeah, it'd be a good one. Yeah, they put on a show. And I mean, how Khan's his chin, Guerrero could, you have a punch his chance for sure.
Yep.
He can slump him, I think. That'd be a crossroads fight.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Also, I was reading up on Roman Gonzalez's next fight. Have you heard anything about it?
I saw like a headline about his training about a couple of days ago, but I didn't really dive into it. Um, Roman Gonzalez, I think he's a tremendous talent, but I think some of the things that apply to Golovkin in regards to opponent selection can apply to him.
Yeah.
And like I think historically speaking, in the lower weight divisions, it's hard to find like a loaded division with talent.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to go to like featherweight, really, and maybe like in recent years, bantamweight, super bantamweight, they've had some good talent, but
Yeah.
Roman, I
Well,
mean,
I was gonna say like he's actually moving up in weight and fighting this Mexican cat, Carlos Quadras, and he's the WBC champ, undefeated, has a nice knockout ratio or percentage.
yeah, I've heard of him. He's actually not bad.
Yeah, and probably he's the number 2 guy in that division. So this is a good dude he's fighting. This is someone that he could potentially be in an all-out war with and could lose.
I still want to see him fight Juan Estrada again.
Yeah, you do that. I was gonna say like I don't want to butcher his name, but I'm probably gonna butcher his name. Eno or whatever. Enu.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's in that division that Roman Gonzalez is moving up to, and that's why I said the Carlos guy. That's why I said he's number two because I think the Eno dude is he's number one because just the fact that some people have him on their pound for pound list, and he has to be the number one guy in his division. If this guy is not ranked for pound for pound, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a fight that some people have been calling for. They said let Eno get some experience, get maybe 3-4 fights, and then they want to see him fight Roman Gonzalez because he just been walking through his opponents. And just their styles. I mean, that's fire versus fire.
Right.
Yeah, and another topic. I would have forgot this too. It just happened to pop in my head because I was thinking about Rigondeaux, like Roman and Rigondeaux. If Roman would go up and wait and fight him, maybe. But I'm not even really gonna touch on that. I was gonna touch on the fact that he was supposed to fight this guy named Zolani Tete. Have you heard that dude?
Nuh-uh.
From South Africa. Nice little skill fighter. Slick. I think he's southpaw as well. He kind of got a lot of fame off of knocking out this British dude. One of the better KOs of I think it was like 2014 maybe 2015. Well, there's all this drama because Zolani Tete, he signed to Frank Warren in the UK. The guy that Tete knocked out is also signed to Frank Warren. And I think they also box out of the same gym. I don't know, it wouldn't make sense right now. And so they kind of Frank Warren, he had it where the guy that Tete knocked out, they're kind of like trying to get him title chances and all this shit, and they're keeping him in that division that they're both in. Tete, the drama is coming from Frank Warren making him move up and weight. And Tete's saying like, I'm good at that other weight division, that lower weight division. I can make that weight easy. Why am I moving up to fight these bigger dudes?
Right.
Then, maybe a week ago, Frank Warren was trying to get him to fight Rigondeaux. So he gonna be mad. Like, what you trying to feed me to Rigondeaux? It was just funny. It was just funny. His quotes. He was like, basically like, I'm good at that division that I used to be at. I can make that easy. And then he says something like, Rigondeaux's too big for me. Now, if you go look up Zolani Tete, if you look at his height and his weight, just his height gonna throw off everything that he said. Zolani Tete is like 5'9".
Shit.
So he said, when he said Rigondeaux's too big for me, people was like, "What the fuck?"
No, he's just Rigondeaux's a problem. I don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah. So he kind of screwed himself by saying that out in the media. He's too big for me. It's like, what, bro? Like you 5'9", okay, maybe weight, but Ringdow's that's not really even his natural weight. He can make smaller weight divisions.
Yeah.
Um, but he's just fighting up in weight. He's trying to, he's moving up, and yeah. So I don't know. It was just I just had to mention all that because it was just like, damn.
This nigga said, "Oh, I'm 5'9", but he's too big for me. Get the fuck."
He would have the reach on him, the height. Okay, maybe weight. No, but then again, it's like they'd probably be the same weight. To be honest, they'd be really close. Um, I don't know. It just Zolani Tete just didn't want it. He really wants to. It's more of a promotion issue for him. He just like, come on, man, just leave me at that weight division. Why are you making me move up? Like the dude that I knocked out is getting special treatment from you, and I should be getting that special treatment. You should be pushing me out there like you're pushing this guy out. Like he's a UK fighter, he's getting all this love, and it's like, come on, man.
Right.
Like I stopped him. Come on.
Okay, and I'm looking at him right now. Zolani Tete's 24-3.
Yeah. What's his height? Is he 5'9" or 5'7" or something like that? I know he's taller than Rigo.
But he is 5'9", and he has a 72-inch reach. Like,
Yeah, yeah. See. Oh man, 72. Damn. Yeah,
that's
he
Floyd
would.
Mayweather reach.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
See.
this nigga's taller. He's taller than Floyd and has the same reach.
Yeah.
So you got someone. He's big. He's taller than Keith Thurman and has better reach than Thurman.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm gonna actually check something because he might be. 'Cause I think Errol Spence is 5'9".
Yeah. Hmm.
This nigga is like Errol Spence. They got the same reach.
Yep. It's just the weight though. He's much skinnier, but I mean, I don't think Rigo's not big like that in the first place.
No.
That fight can be easily made, but it's just he don't want it, and he wants to be at that division, the other division, and he's salty that the other dude's getting all that love, and it's because he beat him. He's like, I stopped this dude, so why is he getting pushed?
Right.
People, fighters be knowing. They know who the top dudes are. They respect a lot of these dudes that like Rigo and everything. They respect the skills, so they ain't about to just be like, all right, I'll fight him. They gonna be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
like Rigo just coming off of breaking someone's jaw. So
yeah, that's all he does. He really does just break jaws and crush dreams. Like, yeah, like you said, people know with Rigo, with Andre. The only reason people wanted to fight Floyd is because he was that payday.
yeah,
Like, if he didn't generate money and he was just the best, no one be, no one's gonna try and fight him.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same with Errol Spence now. Not that everyone's ducking him, but I don't think there's too many guys that want to go out of their way to fight him, especially if they don't have to.
Yeah, they're not. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just saw this article. Robert Easter Jr.
Yeah.
This dude, he said he expects a walk in the park against powerful Kami, Richard Kami from Ghana.
All right.
Yeah, and that's one of the fights that I'm really looking forward to because I feel like that's a 50-50 fight.
Oh
And
yeah.
he talking about it, a walk in the park. Okay, bruh. Hey, if you do it, if you put on a clinic, I'm gonna be impressed.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay, Issa's for real, for real.
like he's nice. I don't know if he's that nice, but he's nice for sure.
Yeah.
He's a he's a tall lightweight. He can
Oh yeah.
he can fill out. He can we can definitely see him if he continues to be successful, moving up and catching titles in a couple divisions.
Yeah, for sure.
He just better not be partying and bullshitting with AB. And Richard,
Uh,
he's fighting. He's nice. I mean, he's undefeated too. I mean,
yeah.
he has more experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like them statements though when people say that. Oh, walk in the park. Like you should take every opponent serious, no matter what. Because it's boxing, you just never know.
Yeah, that one punch put you to
Hmm.
sleep.
Yeah, you might get Amir Khan in there.
Oh yeah. Should actually, you know what? That might be the best fight of that weekend.
The Richard Kami, Issa Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think that's the only 50-50 fight of the weekend. Yeah, or yeah, between quality fighters, 50-50 fight. Yep.
And that's on the undercard of Sergio Mora and Danny Jacobs, right?
Yeah.
And that's on PBC.
PBC, Spike, yeah, Spike TV.
PBC with yet again another quality another quality card for free.
Yeah.
And isn't Golovkin and Brook, is that pay-per-view?
Hell no. That shit
Oh,
on regular HBO, bro. Fuck all that.
oh shit.
Maybe Ash and him in the UK he got paid for that shit, but out here in America we don't.
Yeah, shout out to BX by the way.
Yeah,
Well shit, he got that Sky Sports shit.
that's true. Well, I'm not saying he'd pay for it. I mean, I'm just saying like UK fans will have to, because I mean, not to put him out there, but Ash knows what he does.
Well, I hope Ash has tissue uh when he watches the Kell Brook fight. And I'm rooting for Kell Brook too.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, man. I just want to see a good fight. I don't, just the fact that he's a welterweight coming up, that just rubs me wrong. Um, but
Yeah,
no
that rubs me
casting,
wrong too. Along with his dumbass fan base. Who can swear that he does no wrong and everyone's ducking him, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Now he could have had some fights, but they're comfortable just taking step aside money. Um, they could have gone down and got a Canelo fight.
Yep.
And now Canelo's playing that endurance card. I'm gonna endure and see if you can endure because you're older. So if I'm saying I'm gonna fight you in 2017, that's another year you gotta wait. That's another year where your body's getting older, and you might get slower, Your reactions might be slower. And then that'll give me time to get used to 160.
Yep.
So by the time we fight, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be in my physical prime at that weight division. You're gonna be an old man.
Yep.
Never seen speed like me unless Daniel Jacobs if they fight and Kell Brook, but still.
He's playing it smart. I mean,
Yeah.
and the thing is, which was really funny, is Canelo does not give a fuck like what you think. Like he's past the point. Like he doesn't care, which is great. I mean, I don't always agree with the decisions he makes, but as a fighter, you know, he should feel empowered to do what he wants to do and not really give a fuck because he won't face the scrutiny as much as other fighters do who are of a darker complexion. Floyd Mayweather and other black fighters, but but you know the media is going to talk shit regardless. They're
Yeah.
always gonna say something negative, even though 90% of them may never put gloves on in their life, or you know many of them haven't played the sport at a high level, whatever sport they're critiquing. But I mean, fuck it. If you're the athlete and if you have the power and you can make these decisions, fuck it. Do what you got to do. Do what's best for you. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So I respect his freedom that he can do that. He's still a hoe though for inviting a nigga into the ring, talking about some Mexicans don't run from shit.
Yeah. But he been showed he a hoe though. Like remember the what was it 24/7 All Access where he gonna act like the catchweight shit. Okay, now it's a problem. Like this nigga didn't
Right.
sign the contract. Like he didn't
Yeah.
say, okay, I'll fight you at this weight.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fighting me at a catchweight.
Yeah. Now you
We
want
should
to
be
bitch
fighting at
about it.
154. It's like, what, man? Shut up.
And it's like, nigga, you're 22, 23 years old, and you fight at 154 anyway. Like, you should have no problem dropping an additional pound.
Yeah. Dude already knew he lost, though. He just
Yeah.
had the excuse on deck. Oh, wait, it was weight.
Nigga, it was you got your ass outclassed by a superior boxer.
Yeah.
But that's how it is with some people. When they take the L, they can't. Then they make excuses.
Oh, for sure. He was running.
Yep.
That's one of the favorite ones. He was running.
He didn't want to fight toe to toe. He wouldn't let me hit him. Oh man, he would not stand still. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to touch up on. I don't know if anyone cares, but uh, on the undercard of the Canelo Alvarez Liam Smith fight, we'll have the battle of middleweight French contenders Gabriel Rosado, and Willie Monroe Jr. If anyone cares about that.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. I'll be watching. I'll be watching that for sure. It'll be a good fight. I mean, they've been going at it on social media.
Yeah, I think Willie Monroe called that man a middleweight thought. Oh shit! I think it said a middleweight thought. That is terrible.
Well, yeah, no.
He called that man a middleweight thought.
I'm gonna go into the schedule right now, and I see dude I was talking about earlier, Eno, whatever his name is, Japanese fighter. He's fighting Sunday. So I might need to. I'm like catching that replay.
What's that?
In No, he fights Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. hmm.
Low key, Japan has a lot of good fighters.
Yeah. And they have great fans out there. They be hyped for them fights out there.
Yeah, they're much better
Um.
than American fans. I can say that for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Our fans are kind of. We done fell off. UK though, them niggas they be live out there.
Yeah, UK is live. Shout outs to Ash again. UK is live. Japan is live. America, we're racist. We don't we don't support our own.
um. Yeah, I'm just going through the schedule. Travis Kaufman, Josh Cormley in a heavyweight fight. I think that's the opener on Spike TV for that Sergio Mora Daniel Jacobs card. I know of Travis Kaufman. I don't know, he's whatever. And I've never heard of Josh Cormley, I don't think. And I see Kermit Cintron is still fighting. Damn. I didn't know he was still fighting, man. that co that co feature for the well, it's not really the co, I guess. Um, oh, they have it as a co in here, but the co feature for the Golovkin fight that'd be Roman Gonzalez's fight, and then I think the opener on HBO, I think they're showing it, is Jesus Soto Karass versus Yoshihiro Kamagai.
Okay.
And Soto Karass, you know, you
Oh
didn't
man,
see
hey,
him fight.
that's gonna be a war.
Yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be a war because Kamagai's that guy that he fought Robert Guerrero a few years ago.
Huh?
He fought Robert Guerrero a couple years ago,
Oh,
and yeah, that
oh shit. Oh,
yeah that motherfucker's like on
damn.
some samurai shit. Like like he does not give a fuck about defense. Yeah, that might be like
Oh shit.
man, they finna lose a lot of brain cells in that fight. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah. Damn, it's a rematch actually.
Shit, I gotta look up the first fight.
Yeah, it was a draw. It ended up in a draw. The first fight that happened in April.
Damn.
When did I miss this?
Man, me some shit.
I'm asleep.
I might fucking get a headache watching the first one. Damn. Yeah, I thought homie retired after that fight, but man.
Oh wait. Yeah, it ended up in a draw. I don't know which card this was. This is odd.
Yeah, a lot of these Japanese fighters, I mean, I don't want to make a generalization of all of them, but a lot of them like have that
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lose mentality, like you have to kill me to beat me type shit.
yeah. And that's why like there's some of them that they be training down in Mexico, and then I've seen some of the Mexican fighters training out of Japan, like that warrior type shit.
Well, one of my favorite fighters, period, he's actually Japanese, Tomiki Kamita.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, he's dope. Like he's like a hybrid fighter. He has like a bunch of different styles, and that boy got hands.
Okay, so I'm looking at the event. So it wasn't on like on HBO or anything. It was on Australia TV, Estrella TV.
Okay.
It was Golden Boy shit.
Man, they should have made that known to the world.
Yeah, because I mean, at least give us ideas. So they should have had it like as an opener on HBO, and so then for this, for Golovkin card, it's like, oh, we done seen the first. We're hyped for the second one.
Oh yeah, yep. When are they fighting again? They're fighting on the Golovkin card?
Yeah.
Man. Man, that's
Card looking good though,
yeah, that card looking nice.
because that opener, you got Roman Gonzalez. He's in a fight that he could potentially lose. And somebody gonna be getting hurt in that fight, and then Kell Brook and Gennady. Shit. Good luck, Kel. Just saying, man. Could be fighting Jesse Vargas right now, getting another belt. If he just would have waited, bro, would have knocked out Kell Brook, Jesse Vargas in the UK. He'd be the IBF and WBO champion. So now them other dudes, Keith Thurman and Danny, they'd be forced to fight him. You know what I'm saying? He has that. He'd be like, I have 2 belts. And I got a fan base in the UK. What's good with y'all? Yeah, man. Trying to see what else. Oh, the whole Bob Arum. Maybe going to Showtime. We could be seeing Tim Bradley versus Keith Thurman. Terrence Crawford getting the mix. Oh man, that'd be huge. I mean, times have changed. And this is what the fans want, right? All them top ranked fighters. Yeah. Gaziev versus Lebedev. That's another fight. That's good. That's coming up. You have Usyk, the Ukrainian, Gomelis versus Golovaki. That's gonna be another one that's good coming up. There's a lot of good fights coming up for boxing fans. Well, I'm gonna call it sign out on this one, man. It's another podcast brought to you by KO Corner. Peace, y'all.